Hi everybody, Russ and my Hammers 11. Hope you're safe and well. Here we have another edition of In Russ We Crust. This one is sponge. It's like a sponge cake, but we're going to make sponge sort of cupcake things instead, just rather than one big sponge. But it's exactly the same principle, really. So it's really easy. Again, I don't try not to complicate things too much if I can. But it's something tasty and it's something nice you can knock up in say 20 minutes, and you've got some nice little cupcake sponge, or you could have a nice sponge cake, Victoria sponge or whatever. So here we go. So here's the ingredients we've got, and again, all the description of the ingredients will be in the description below. But in essence, you got self-raising flour, you got sugar, caster sugar, you got butter, you got a couple of eggs, a bit of vanilla extract, and then I put some chocolate chips in it because I like chocolate. Right. So the first thing we do is called cream in the butter. So basically, what we do is we put the sugar in, or cream and the sugar rather, and then we put the butter in. And then you can do this in a stand, in a normal bowl with a spatula, or I just use this because I'm proper lazy. But in essence, what you want to have is at the end is you'll see it's all nicely creamed, so it's sort of like doubled inside. It's really pale. It's obviously paler than the butter you had originally, and that's what's going to give it some air when we're putting together. We crack an egg in, and and then we put the then we put the shell in, idiots, but we fish the shell out because we're not an idiot. See, even I can do it wrong. So we cook more, then we put a little bit of flour in each time when we put a new egg in, and basically we keep mixing it. So we put an egg in, bit of flour, bit of egg, bit of flour, and then we put the rest of the flour in, and we spin it around and give it a good old whiz. And then basically eventually we're going to end up with this sort of with like a batter. Which so what we're still doing, and we're still doing more things. We're putting in the rest of the flour in here. Got a bit ahead of myself there. So there's the second egg. So yeah, it's literally so egg, flour, then put the rest of the flour in. The reason why we put the flour in is because like gently, is otherwise you might sort of I think it's curdling. I think that's what you do. You curdle the egg. So once all the flour's in, we get this nice batter. There we go. So that's the batter. So you can see it looks nice. It's got sort of it looks a bit like the brownies we made, to be honest, instead of obviously being white, not Nutella brown. But so what we do is we then get our cupcakes. And if you've got a cupcake, that's great. But what I like to do is I like to put some chocolate chips in mine. You can put everything you want in, really. You can put some blueberries or maybe put them on top rather than incorporate them in. But that's what I do. I incorporate them in and spin them all around so they're looking lovely. And then we put them in the cupcakes. And then if you've got a piping bag, you can put a piping bag in, or you could dollop them. You can see I'm the messiest cook in the world. So we can dollop these in. And there's no eggshell in them, I promise you. I've taken all the eggshell has been removed. And so we can put them in. I think this mixture, I originally put 6, but actually I end up making about 9. So you can, because these things are quite shallow, but it really depends. You sort of take it by eye, basically. So what we do is we put it in the oven, 15 minutes, 180, and then we open our oven. And we have, here we go, some lovely cupcakes, and you can tell they're cooked because if you just touch them, they spring back, so they don't sort of, the finger doesn't go in. So we can just touch them and they'll spring back. So they're very, very nice, like so. So we know they're all ready. And then obviously you can eat them as they were. You can decorate them. My daughter puts frosting on and stuff like that. Or if you're doing a big sponge, you can put a bit of cream and make a sort of a little Victoria sponge, and it's very, very nice. Give them 5-10 minutes to cool down to make sure they're all set properly, and that's it. Literally like 20 minutes and you can knock that up, and something a bit different, something nice, a bit of cup of tea. I don't drink tea, but a bit of cake and cup of tea is nice, and that's it, guys. So hopefully that one's a nice simple one for you today, and that's it. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come in your irons, and take care. Much love. Bye bye.